The Catholic Morning Show.
It's great to hear that we're having men's conferences all around. We were talking about Des Moines speakers here with the Forge Conference. We had a commercial for the folks out at Sioux City. Coming up very soon, we're going to be talking about the Archdiocese of Dubuque. I think if you share in things like March blizzards, you should also be able to share in things like wonderful speakers and conferences throughout the month of March. Bo Bonner here with Deacon Mark Campbell and Brady Grimm. We're the morning crew with the dealing with winter, but we're all glad that you're here listening to us. Make sure to join us tomorrow as we get a chance to speak with Deb and Dennis Jones and Dr. Robert Collins. Right now, it is 8 minutes after the bottom of it's about 12 minutes till the top of the new hour. Let's go to our last guest of the day, Matt Selby, Director of Adult and Marriage Formation for the Archdiocese of Dubuque. Speaking of our 30th Annual Catholic Men's Conference taking place Saturday, March 28th at 2026. Matt, thank you for coming on the Catholic Morning Show.
Good morning. Great to be with you.
Yeah, so let's hear about it with the upcoming conference. What can people look forward to out in Cedar Rapids?
Yeah, we're excited for this conference. As you said, it's the 30th annual, so it's a big one. And we are focusing this conference on March 28th on inspiring men in their prayer lives. So our theme is being rooted in the power of prayer and inspired by the witness of the saints. So we're going to focus on what we can learn from the saints to help us grow in our prayer life. And we're excited to have Gabriel Castillo as our keynote speaker.
So with that theme, and of course you have him, you're going to have Keith Nestor as a breakout session speaker. Archbishop Thomas Zinkula will celebrate at Mass. What was the inspiration for saying this is something that we need to focus on when we're bringing the men of Eastern Iowa together?
Well, I think that prayer, of course, is the center of our spiritual lives. It's how we grow in our relationship with God, and we want to help men to be inspired in their prayer lives. We're focusing on that a lot in the Archdiocese of Dubuque, trying to help people grow in their prayer lives. I've been part of a program we started a few years ago called our Institute of the Transfiguration, which is training men and women to be spiritual directors. It's really kind of a school of prayer, helping the people in the program to grow in their prayer lives and then help others to grow in their prayer lives. And so that and other things we've been working on in the Archdiocese is just to focus on deepening our relationship with Jesus through prayer. And Gabriel's a great one to draw from. He emphasizes the Rosary in particular and Marian devotion. He has a new book called The Power of the Rosary, and he's going to talk about mental prayer and the necessity of mental prayer, and he draws a lot on the wisdom of the saints in his talks. If you follow him on YouTube, Gabby After Hours, he has a lot of great content there, and it's very inspiring. So we're looking forward to hearing what he can share with us about prayer. And as you mentioned, Keith Nestor, too. He's local. He's in Cedar Rapids, but a national speaker, and he's going to talk on St. Francis de Sales and prayer. So we're looking forward to inviting men into a deeper prayer life through speakers, through Mass with Archbishop Zinkula. We're going to have adoration during the day. We'll have confession available. And it's going to be a great time for men to gather and be inspired in their faith.
So when you get to be a part of something that's 30 years running, that's nothing to shake a stick at. I'm 45, so I'm impressed that I've made it this many decades. When you've done 3 decades in a row of men's conferences, what's that like for the Archdiocese to show that continuity and building that sort of following for this event that you're able to put on for the men of the Archdiocese?
Yeah, it's a great tradition. It predates my time with the Archdiocese. I'm 39, so I'm not much older than the men's conference. But it's a great thing that has built over the years, and it's always had the intention of inspiring men's ministry in parishes. So the neat thing has been it's not just an annual event, but it's inspired a lot of men's groups. So we have on our men's conference website a list of quite a few men's groups throughout the Archdiocese, getting together weekly. Sometimes it's a small group to pray together, study, or do a program like That Man Is You. And so it's a network of men's ministry, of guys getting together on a regular basis to challenge each other support each other, inspire each other in their faith. And so this is always the catalyst each year. It's the opportunity to gather hundreds of men together, for us to pray together, for us to fellowship together, and to be encouraged in our faith. And it's always just very inspiring to be there. And a lot of the men have commented in recent years, just during Mass with the Archbishop, all those men singing together in the church is just a beautiful sound.
Well, when it comes to adult and marriage formation, in an archdiocese the size of Dubuque, one of the goals is to figure out how, in the midst of everybody's extremely busy schedules, what is the ways that people can grow in their faith, even as, it's easy to imagine forming people when they're young and even maybe young adults, but getting people in the middle of life to take seriously that they can learn more, that they can get deeper in prayer. For you, what's the role of things like conferences or even just things that you organize throughout the year for the hope that people can find that time, especially in Lent, to deepen their faith?
Sorry, you were cutting out there. I don't know if it's the weather, but do you mind repeating the question?
Oh, yeah, no worries. Just as a director of adult and marriage faith formation, trying to get people to find time in their busy schedules to deepen their faith, the importance of that.
Yeah, thank you. I think it is a challenge in our busy world today, but we have to meet people where they're at in their state in life. I think of men, and we have men coming to the conference who are young adult singles or even high school students. We have men in their 80s coming. We have married men. We have men who are fathers of young children, men who are grandfathers, and I think we as a church need to meet people where they're at and help to support them in their state in life. So if they're a young father with young children at home, they might not be able to come and get away from their family very often, but I found that for myself, it's just fellowship with other young dads and it's kind of doing life together and talking about faith and hanging out after Mass and talking and letting our kids connect with one another. So I think community is really important. That's an opportunity we have with the men's conference, is gathering men from across the Archdiocese and really across Iowa to connect with one another. And it's a recognition that we're not alone in this journey of faith. We can do this together. We can walk this journey together and help support each other in discipleship.
Absolutely. We have a minute left, so one more time, if you can tell folks when and where the conference is, and if they want to sign up, how do they do so?
So the conference will be on Saturday, March 28th, and it's in Cedar Rapids. It's at St. Pius X Catholic Church. The website with more information and registration is archmensconference.org, archmensconference.org. And we had an early bird deadline yesterday, so the price is supposed to go up today. I extended a little bit for those listening. If you want to sign up at the discounted rate, I invite you to do that this morning before the price goes up.
Absolutely wonderful. The 30th Annual Men's Conference, Catholic Men's Conference, Saturday, March 28th, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at St. Pius X Catholic Church in Cedar Rapids, featuring Gabriel Castillo as the keynote speaker, Archbishop Thomas Zinkula as the celebrant of Mass, and Keith Nestor as a breakout session. Matt Selby is the Director of Adult and Marriage Formation for the Archdiocese of Dubuque. Matt, thank you for coming on the Catholic Morning Show.
Thank you so much.